Hey guys, what's up? Okay, check this out. I'm gonna give y'all 5 tips and tricks on how to get better at any kind of card game, basically. And I got 5 of them that would, and honestly, because I've been shitty at this game, I've been good at this game, and I've been great at this game, and I've been through all the stages and all the different things that you could do to actually make it better. To actually get better at the game, my bad. And I'm gonna start off with we're gonna go in order. I'm gonna start off with number one, and that's changing your button layout. When you use when you use a controller, right? You want to have as much. You want to make it as beneficial to you as possible. And number one would be changing your button layout. If you don't have panels on the back, of which I do, I actually have panels on the back of mine, but I used to play on stick and move, right? Stick and move with stick and move, it's gonna take some time to get used to. But the thing is though, is that you're not you're having it's more beneficial to you because you're not moving your thumb off your analog stick, which I guess it would decrease, or less improve your aim. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes any sense. And what you do is you change your button layout to stick and move. That's one of them. That's like a good one that I can give y'all where you're not taking your thumb off your analog stick, so you're aiming while you're jumping. If you don't have panels on the back. Another one that does help is sensitivity. A lot of people, like, I've watched so many different videos of tips and tricks videos of where they tell you, oh, do this and that, increase your sensitivity every once in a while, or every week, or every day, or this and that, right? Don't do that. Don't do that shit. That's absolutely dumb. It's not gonna make you better at the game. I mean, you either have flawless aim. There's a certain sensitivity you can put it on where you're gonna have a decent amount of aim. You're gonna have good aim. You're gonna be able to turn on people. I mean, if you ever watch I guess I don't know if y'all ever heard of an Optic Scumpy, right? He plays on 5.5. I used to watch this guy a lot, like back way when he started his channel. He plays on 5.5, but you see this guy turning on people like it's nothing, right? So it doesn't help to just increase your aim. What you should do is you should stick with an aim. You should stick with a sensitivity and keep it like that. Don't change it. Don't do none of that other stuff. All it's going to do is screw up your aim, and then you're going to be missing bullets, or you're going to be doing this. You're not going to be able to get through a doorway because sensitivity is on 14.14 when you used to play on 1.1. I mean, all this other shit comes into play right there. And, I mean, I play 5.5, I haven't changed that since I started playing Black Ops 3. I used to change my sensitivity around all the time when I used to play Black Ops 2. It only destroyed my aim because I used to go back and forth between sniping and red gunning. And that's another thing you gotta take into consideration. Do you enjoy sniping more than you enjoy, running around with a AR or submachine gun or LMG? Or do you enjoy, red gunning or whatever the fuck I just said? And that's something you gotta take into consideration, because when you're playing on a high sensitivity, you're gonna be wanting to, snipe. When you play on a low sensitivity, you want to run around with red guns. Another thing is to go get a monitor. And I say this to like everybody. This is like the biggest one for you. I swear to you, you will see a difference in your gameplay the moment you switch from a TV to a monitor. If you ever want to get, great at the game, or if you're really into it, you should go buy a monitor. It's like $80, and there are so many different facts that prove to you that playing on playing on a monitor is about 100 times better than playing on TV. I can tell you milliseconds response time, which is milliseconds is response time. The input time between your PlayStation and your screen, or your controller, or your PlayStation, all of that on a TV is almost quadruple the response time. On a monitor, it's depending on what kind of monitor you get, they range from 10 milliseconds to 1 millisecond. I got mine is a 2 millisecond response time. It's $80. Cheap $80. Absolutely nothing. You know, it increased like my first game on a monitor after I switched from TV. That's how I was good at the game. I was good at the game when I was playing on TV. I was great when I started playing on a monitor. You don't need no high tech or any of this and that, because the fact of the matter is that PlayStation or even Xbox can only hold up to, and I'm talking about refresh rate at this point. I'm talking about refresh rate. A 60. It usually most games max out about 60 gigahertz or KHZ on a system. So you want to find something that has a low response time. Don't worry about the refresh rate. Don't matter about that. You don't need no high tech monitor. You just need a monitor with something that is under like 2 milliseconds. You want to get something under 2 milliseconds. A lot of people say 4. 4 could work too. But like I said, you know, it ain't too much of a price difference to go buy a monitor, you know, with a 2 millisecond response time versus a 4. I mean, yeah, you might have a little bit better graphics or this and that, but it's, I mean, if you're getting a monitor to play better, you'll see that the moment you buy a monitor, and I swear to you guys, you'll see it instantaneously. And then another one that I have is staying in games. I don't understand why people don't do that. To be honest with you, I really don't understand why people don't do that. You're getting shitted on, right? That's because the guy who shitted on you is better at the game, right? So why not just stay in the game? It's gonna have I don't know if you ever, you know, looked at it this way, or anybody's ever looked at it this way, but you get better at the game quicker the faster, you know, when playing against better people. That's how you get better. I mean, that's how you get better quicker. That's how you get better in general, is you play against, you know, shitty ass teammates. I mean, great ass fucking enemy teams or whatnot, right? I mean, I'm not saying stay in games if you're getting spawn trapped. I'm not saying stay in games if, you know, they have a fucking mothership up, because that's not increasing your gameplay. I mean, that's shit, you just getting spawn killed 24/7. I'm saying if there's a person, you know, that is just continuously outgunning you, you should stay in the game, because it's one, like, if you really think about it, it's gonna increase your reaction time. It's gonna increase it does a lot for you that you just don't see. Staying in games is a big thing. I don't understand why a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people just leave the game right away because, you know, you're carrying a team on your back, or your team sucks, or this and that, or they're really good, but they're really good because, you know, they play the game a lot. So why not just stay in the game? You're gonna get better at it. Even you're gonna increase, you know, your rate of getting better at the game by playing against better people. If you keep on playing against shitty people, you're never really gonna get there, right? And then the last one I have, which is number 5, is classes and guns, which I wanted to show y'all right here. And this is why I have my controller right here, is because I wanted to show y'all my classes and what I normally would use in a normal game or something like that. And a lot of it varies on, you know, how the other team is playing. Like, I will sometimes switch between a bunch of different classes because of the way people are playing. Like, sometimes I will even pull out a sniper just to get somebody out of a camping spot. The classes I use are, and just, let me go down to a main one I would use, which is this one right here. Well, no, actually not that one. We're gonna use this one. We're gonna use this one for an example, right? The M8, you know, I go back and forth between Elo and Reflex. There ain't much of a difference. For me, preference is that the Reflex sight feels a little bit fatter, and if I'm, you know, in that kind of mood, I'll play with the Reflex sight. If I feel sharp, if my aim is precision and all this other shit, then I'll use the Elo. Quick draw, I use quick draw on everything. It doesn't make, you know, it makes you even faster. There's not much to it. Rapid fire on the M8. I can go back. I go back and forth between long barrel, high cal, rapid fire. I know high cal is a cheap way to go about it, but sometimes I'll put it on. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Stock is essential for ARs. You know, most of the time, unless you get so used to playing on a little bit higher sensitivity. I guess you play on a decently high sensitivity, you don't need stock, which is understandable. And then fast mags. I use fast mags on everything because I'm over there, you know, slaying 2-3 pieces at a time. But this is what I really want to talk about: Afterburner and Fast Hands. Why I don't have any other perks but these two, and that's because Afterburner, you know, I jump around a lot. That's the biggest thing, because every COD game has this little thing that you can do to make the person that's shooting at you miss a couple bullets, right? Every game has that. And for Call of Duty, for Black Ops 3, well, only for Black Ops 3, it's gonna be jumping, right? It's gonna be jumping. It's not gonna be nothing else. It's gonna be jumping. Black Ops 2, the trick to Black Ops 2 was, you know, proning. And then, you know, everybody had that little mix between prone and jump, but I always thought proning was, you know, better, because when, you know, I would normally die, it would be because somebody proned, you know. But so that's why I use Afterburner, because that's just the best right there. I'll use Afterburner on all my classes. You know, Fast Hands is a must. But this is what I really wanted to talk about: Hipfire, Gunnahoy. I know a lot of people use a bunch of different shit, but if you're rocking Gunnahoy on your AR classes, it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? It doesn't make any fucking sense, actually. Hipfire your weapon, deploy equipment, and throw grenades while sprinting. When the fuck are you actually going to be sprinting with an AR and need to hipfire somebody? When? Just give me a... I've never needed that. Never ever needed that. The only times I put Gunnahoy on my classes is if it's submachine gun, because that's, you know, what you're gonna be running around slaying people. You know, you're gonna use, like, I use Hipfire a lot on my BMP, a lot actually, more often than not I do. But I'm just saying, for the most part, those are the things you want to take in consideration when you play the games. Is every COD has this little tiny kink that you can do to make not you, but the other person miss a couple bullets, right? And Black Ops 3 is jumping, Black Ops 2 is proning. You know, every COD game has this little tiny kink, so you set your button layout to something that you can use while still having control of your analog stick, because you don't want to fucking move your thumb off your fucking analog stick to hit X, because you're not aiming at that time when you're pressing X. So you're giving them that little millisecond that you might need to get onto them. So that's why I say play stick and move, or, you know, all this other stuff. I mean, that's probably the best thing I can give y'all for tips and tricks. In all seriousness, probably the best thing I can give y'all. Monitor, changing button layouts, sensitivity, keeping it the same, staying in games when people are better than you, because your rate of getting better is increasing faster when you're staying in games that you're getting shitted on. Classes and guns, I mean, it's common sense. Everybody says classes and guns. I mean, that's common sense. Why put on a perk you don't need, or why put on an attachment you don't need? Doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, those are the 5 things that I thought that helped me get better at this game, that helped me go from bad to good to worse. I mean, great. My bad. I'm actually probably still shitty at the game, but I'm actually not. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tips and trick video. Sorry about my dogs that they're making weird fucking noises, because, you know, they're fucking dogs. And I got 2 of them, so they're horsing around all the time. Anyways, guys, if you liked the video, drop a like. If you have any kind of comments if you got any kind of comments, if this helped you out or this and that, you know, just drop it below and I'll make sure I look at it. Anyway, guys, this was, I would have to say it's shame. This was shame. And